Hi guys, I want to do today the ultimate Harry Potter experience tag that was created by Stars, something like that. I'm gonna link her channel in the down bar. So I thought about doing the tag because I had already explained my Harry Potter story in another video, a couple of videos, but I watched them and they looked terrible. Like they sounded terrible. It was a very bad sound. I was very like hushy, and so I decided to delete them and just do another with this tag. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about Harry Potter since the seventh movie and the last movie is coming out very soon, in 2 weeks. Very excited. Okay. So let's go with the questions that she posed. First one is favorite Harry Potter book. My favorite Harry Potter book is number 3 and number 7. These two. The reason I like the third book, uh, I think that because of Sirius being introduced and talking about Azkaban, and it kind of showed more about the past history of wizards and everything, and how was the time in which Voldemort was like killing people, and how I think it gave me a greater scope of the whole story, so I really like that. And also the characters of Lupin and Sirius were amazing. I love them both, and they were just so awesome, so awesome, man. I really, really, really like this book. I think it is my favorite of the seven. And also a lot of new creatures being introduced in Lupin's class, so that was cool too. And I think the reason I like the seventh book more than the others, at the end of the sixth book, I was very sad. I'm expecting that no one that has not read Harry Potter is watching this because I'm totally spoiling, because seriously, someone in the world still haven't read Harry Potter. So at the end of the sixth book, I was very sad. For me, I was thinking that was the end of Harry Potter because Dumbledore is dead, Harry's leaving Hogwarts, nothing's ever going to be the same again, and I thought the story was just dead by then. I thought that Harry was going to go off and find Voldemort and kill him, and that would be the end of it. And also, everything was very hopeless because Harry had like no idea how to find the other Horcruxes. It was everything I lost, and I was very, very sad at the end of the sixth book. For me, the Harry Potter magic was over. There was not gonna be anything else. But then the seventh book completely changed that. It was amazing in itself, and how the Horcruxes were found and dwelling into the past of Voldemort and the past of wizards, just wizards. The quest for the Horcruxes was very exciting, and finding out about the tales of Beetle the Bard, all that was amazing. It was amazing, and I was not expecting that, so it did the book for me. It's just awesome. Just something I'm gonna say, the last Harry Potter movie, the seventh, part one, I love the way that the tales were told with that animation that seemed like ink underwater. It was just so beautiful, and I really loved it. But anyway, going back to the seventh book. So, about Snape. Okay, I don't say Snape, I say Snap, but I'm gonna say Snape for the sake of everyone else who does say Snape. For me, in the beginning, Snape was a character that was just like an annoying teacher and all. But starting from the fifth book, I started seeing a little bit more depth into the character, and whenever Harry was learning how to close his mind from being invaded and stuff, and he kind of goes into the mind of Snape, and then he sees his past and how everything was, and also on the Half-Blood Prince, more into his past is shown, and I really, really liked that. I liked the character. I started taking more interest in him. And when he kills Dumbledore, I never believed he was evil, because I remember the scene that he's talking with Dumbledore in the forest and Harry overhears it. And I remember precisely that scene, and at the moment that he kills Dumbledore, I remember something was up, so he was not guilty for me. And throughout the whole seventh book, all my other friends that were reading it were believing him guilty, and I wasn't. I said, no, there's gotta be something, some sort of explanation. And at the end, when he's kind of redeemed, it was like so powerful for me. It was so amazing because I believed in the character and he really was a good person. So I really liked the seventh book because of that. He was redeemed. And also, I think everything just fit around perfectly. I love the way the story closed up. For me, the ending was perfect. Everything was amazing. And there is one thing I would not have done if I could have said to Joanne, please don't do that, is killing Fred. Yeah, because I think that was completely unnecessary. And that really hurt me. Really, it was totally unnecessary. And I wanted that the twins had continued together, being that spark of light and laughter in their lives. But Fred dies, and I can only imagine what that does to George. So that was the only thing I didn't like about the book. But everything else is just amazing. I'm gonna close this window because I'm like so bright right now. Better. Okay. So the second question is favorite Harry Potter movie. My favorite movies are the fourth and the fifth. The fourth movie was kind of, I don't know. I try to put myself in the position of someone who has not read the books and see how they would feel about the movie. And I think that the fourth book would be very hard to understand because it's so chopped up and so much is left out. So I don't know, even though so much is left out, I think it held this quality and this beauty in itself in the Quidditch uh, World Cup. I don't know how to say that in English because I don't read in English. But yeah, and the other schools coming to Hogwarts. I really like that movie and the ball, the winter ball. I really like the fourth movie. And also the fifth movie. I think I watched the fifth movie so many times in the movie theater, more than any of the others, because I don't know, it's so much darker, a darker tone, and Harry's visions and the whole thing with the mind uh, invasions. I love that movie. I think it's a very good one and terribly tragic at the end, as is the book, right? Sirius dying and them invading the ministry was so exciting. A lot of battle action scenes that were really really good. So yeah, I think the fourth and the fifth movie did very well. But I like the others too, aside from the first and second. I think they're very bad. Okay. Favorite Harry Potter experience, tell your story and everything. Okay, my first contact with Harry Potter, I saw it on TV. I think it was CNN on some news, talking about the release of the fourth book, and how everyone was crazy about it. And then I saw it in a magazine, a few pictures of these UK covers of Harry Potter and of Joanne, and telling him what a success it was, and it was about wizards and everything. And one day I was at a bookstore, and there was this beautiful cauldron with fake fire and some purple paper on top of it, and a broom sticking in it, and tons of Harry Potter books, the first book. And then I grabbed one and I read the back, and I thought it was lovely and a beautiful cover, and I remembered it was that book I had heard about, and so my mom got it for me. Then I read it and I read all the others, and rest is history. I'm so kind of jealous of you people who have read the books when they were all released, because you have no idea, no idea what it was for us when we had to wait a year, 2 years for the release of the next book. It was terrible. It was terrible. You have no idea how it was to wait. There was so much pressure on J.K. Rowling for her to write, and she nearly went mad from it. And we were all craving the next books, and she was taking so long. Oh, guys, you have no idea. You're so lucky if you read the whole books in a row, because waiting was like a whole new experience in the Harry Potter reading thing. Because during this time, you kept wondering what was going to happen. And I didn't have only to wait for the book to be released in the US, in the UK, but I had to wait for it to be translated. Because back then I didn't used to read in English, and I had to wait for the translation. As you can see, my books are in Portuguese. I think this doesn't look like in Portuguese. As you can see, my books are in Portuguese. Yeah. So it took like about 3-4 months until it would come out here. A lot of waiting. A lot of waiting. And my history with the movies is kind of different because I started reading Harry in 2000, the year 2000. And then the first movie came out in 2001, I guess. Yeah, it was 2001. But I didn't want to watch the movie because I was so afraid that the movie was going to contaminate my idea of Harry Potter, and that my characters were going to become the actors and that kind of thing. I'm very weird about that. That's why I like reading the book first, because I don't want the actor to be in my mind. Sometimes I do, and I intendedly study the actors that are doing the movie, like I did with Lord of the Rings. So my Frodo is Elijah Wood, because I intended that to be that way. But Harry Potter, I totally didn't want that. So I didn't watch the movie until the second one came out in 2002. And by then I had read 4 books, and then I felt very, very sure of myself and of the world I had created. So I thought it was okay for me to watch it. So I watched the first movie on DVD, and then I went to the movie to see the second movie. And I hated both of them. I hated the movies. I think they're awful. I think they're terrible. What I don't like about the first 2 movies is the emotional content of the thing. Because I don't think the actors were very good yet. I see children that act a lot better than those did. It was bad, or it was childish. I think I kind of felt bad because I thought that Harry Potter was being kind of misconceived, and people were thinking it was that was in the movie, and it's not really. You guys that have read it know that it's so much more complexity and emotional depth to it. And the third movie was very good, very, very good. Um, for you to see what change you can do with a good director directing a movie. So I think the third movie is very good. There's a different tone to the third movie, a different light from all the other movies. I really like it. It's very different. It was the movie of one of my favorite books for Harry Potter, and I think it was super good. Congrats, director. I don't know your name, but yeah, I really like the third movie, and I love all the movies starting from the third because I think they're amazing. Harry Potter experience was with a video game. I played Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets on PlayStation 1. It was a very fun game. It was very fun. You get to be Harry and do spells and everything, and you see Hermione on the hall, and you have all these phases you have to pass, and fight with spiders and stuff like that. And you get to play Quidditch, so it's a very, very fun. I used to love playing the Harry Potter games. I never got the next games for the other movies, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun playing the Harry Potter games. That's my Harry Potter experience, guys. Um, I'm very excited for the last movie. I'm not sad about the last movie. A lot of people on the internet are saying they're feeling like mourning that the series is going to be over. But for me, it was over already when this book came out. This was the part for you to be sad about, not the movie. We know how it ends. I know how it ends. I know who dies. It's also sad, and it's gonna be great watching how they do it. And yeah, if you're in the mood to go on and tell us all your Harry Potter experience, you can do the tag and share with us all. Yeah, guys, that's it from me now, and I'll talk to you guys later.